Hello and welcome back to Trails Through Daybreak II. So in the last episode, we went around and looked at Centre March at Station Street and did a side quest. And now we get to finally move on to Trion Tower. I do want to turn in my quest before we do that, though.
Closed the books on another case.
D+.
Yes!
Money!
Ooh, increased potency of healing arts. Really? I don't think I've seen that one before. Also, we have a different plugin. I forgot about that. Mistral. Who would I... Oh, what? Celestial is already unlocked for it? Uh-oh. This is a very good plugin. I'm giving it to Nadia just so she has coverage on a bunch of stuff, but I may swap it around eventually. And then we'll throw on, like, probably Abyssal Flame. Back to that, though. Breath. Potency of healing arts by 50. It's got 4 and 2? Uh-oh. Give me a minute. All right. So, out of this entire list, the only thing that really benefits from water and earth is EP Charger for getting EP after a command battle and absorbing arts. Chance to absorb based on... But it's 100% chance if you're boosted to level 2. So, 100% chance to absorb EP. Anya's really doesn't need it.
Single element slot accessed.
But she's the only one who benefits, like, completely from it. So I'm going to give that to her.
Shard skills updated.
And then to get absorbing arts, I just need 2 earth. So I could remove you. Yeah, let's just move Earthen Verse
New
over.
shard
Do you
skill
have...
added.
She doesn't have an earth move on, though. Acid Cloud. Make it a little more useful.
Mode.
All right, now she has absorbing arts. And I can put anything in here. Oh, I have fortune? Uh-oh. Time and wind. Enemies drop more items. Shit. That seems like a good one. All right, I'm going to give her Airy
Shard
Verse.
skills updated.
She does have
Switching
aerial
to
dust on,
maintenance
so.
mode.
Switching to maintenance mode.
Give me a minute again. All right, the biggest benefit for time and wind would be Fatal Lance, because I will be able to get 8 time right out of the gates with this, and then I need 4 earth, and then I'd also have access to wind, which will put me slightly closer to Executioner. That'd be 4 wind. So,
Single element slot.
yeah, I would give you that. Move attack down there.
Updated.
And break.
Skills updated.
And then I need to get earth on him, which, wait, I need 4 earth. Oh, I don't want to get rid of Septium, but wait, that's on a lane?
Switching
Switching to maintenance.
Let me handle this.
Guarded start. Not really a big deal.
Shifting to maintenance mode.
Yeah,
New
Septium
shard
Vein.
skill added.
Now I have Fatal Lance and 6 wind. But oh shit. I don't know if I'll be able to get Executioner and Fatal Lance. This seems impossible, actually. Hopefully we get things that give a lot eventually. Like way more than 4, because 4 is just not enough for this. But for now, he has Gale Impact. I'll take that. Okay. He's the only one who really can get Executioner, though. Okay, let's move on.
Here I go.
The same day, 11:05. New place.
Oh, so this is Trion Tower.
No, this whole time it was Trion?
We'd only ever seen it from a distance. It makes a way bigger impression up close.
Can you believe the me of 5 minutes ago used to think Orcus Tower was the cooler one? Guess I'm gonna have to redo my ranking.
Keep in mind that Crossbell's Orcus Tower serves a very different purpose from Trion Tower. Trion, okay. It wouldn't be fair to judge them by the same metrics. Yeah, names aside, Orcus Tower is more of a skyscraper. And Trion Tower, on the other hand, is better described as general infrastructure. It acts as a relay transmitter for broadcasting orbital waves throughout Edith. And that's only one of the various roles it fulfills. Damn. It's the main radio tower? Managing all of Edith's network comms has probably been the biggest one in these last few years. Hold on, something doesn't add up here. Trion Tower was designed by Professor Epstein, right? And that was 50 years ago, just after the Orbital Revolution. Correct, it was initially built as a clock tower, complete with meteorological instruments. But 20 years later, they installed a radio facility. It took another 2 decades before they implemented support for all manner of orbital communication waves. But the tower's overall shape and frame are basically unchanged, which implies Professor Epstein saw modern orbital networking coming a whole half-century before it was invented. And that's rather far-fetched, though it's a little frightening how I actually can't refute you. Oh, yeah, he definitely knew. Pretty flaky of the guy to leave all these crazy predictions and inventions behind. I mean, he made all the geneses. It's definitely not impossible, though. Who cares about all that mumbo-jumbo anyway? This is the perfect chance to take in all the sights. Come on, S. What should we hit up first? Do we look like tourists to you? If we're making the rounds, covering the establishments around the mall would be a good start. As far as views go, the most impressive one here can be found on the tower's observation deck. And that being the case, what do you say we save the best for last? Now you're talking. Good thing we have a local to give us the inside scoop, huh? Are you sure about this? We're still on the job here. This is the route we'd have to take on our investigation anyway. Besides, there's no harm in mixing business with pleasure a bit on your first day in the capital. I imagine you haven't had much of a chance to enjoy the city outside of your 4 SPGs. Wow, if Beauty's Blade had a third B, it'd stand for big-hearted. No wonder everyone looks up to you. Yeah, you're almost nothing like Van said you'd be. And what exactly did Van say I would be? Crap. Open mouth, insert foot. Oh, you know, scary, demanding, the kind of lady we should watch her step around. Hey, why'd you go and tell her all that? Because I'm an ally to scorned beauties all over the world. Since when? Well, that's enlightening. I'm sure Van was only playing it up for laughs. Oh, no need to defend the man. He can do so himself, in person. Now then, shall we be off? I'll lead the way. Who knew smiles could be that scary? A maiden's heart is like a maze of landmines. Better start taking notes, as... Oof. Oh. He's in trouble when he gets back.
Welcome to the Trion Mall. Here you'll find Trion Tower, one of Edith's major
Okay.
landmarks.
This place is a lot different than I thought it would be. I don't know what I was picturing for the mall. I've kind of pictured the mall being inside the tower. Huh.
We hope you'll have a fat
Alright, we got a lot of people in here. Wait.
Wrong way.
Oh. Okay. Hello, welcome to R&M.
finally made his way to
Is that where I am? Oh. Well, it's not often that I get the pleasure of greeting such a fashionable patrons. Your outfits are all quite striking, not to mention well-balanced color-wise, yet they also seem practical for moving around. Very astute observations. And here I thought you were going to be some smarmy store clerk, but you're actually pretty darn shrewd. S should take a page out of your book and compliment my outfit. I mean, come on, it's both stylish and sexy. I don't know about that last part. Meanie, is that how you treat a lady? These two never fail to amuse me. As far as fashion's concerned, it's always a good thing to have a style that's unique to you. We have plenty of commodities that can help bring out the best in your attire, so please have a look around. This store is the flagship location of our company's expansion into Calvard. When my team and I rose to the challenge, we opted to abandon our previous approach of durable apparel, and that's made to last. You abandoned durable apparel? In their place, we offered clothing consumers could afford to replace in order to keep pace. Oh, okay. With shifting trends. That's fair. Adopting that tactic paid off in spades, especially given how susceptible metropolitan areas like these are to short-lived fads. Our plan is to keep up this momentum and continue blazing trails into the world of fashion. Industry practices like ours are known as fast fashion, by the way. R&M is only going to continue expanding here in the Republic, so stay tuned.
Anything of interest?
Strength up? Strength up on an outfit? ATS up? Move up. I lose speed though. Nadia doesn't need to move. You may need to move. Elaine only loses 1 speed. Yeah. Yeah, Nadia doesn't have to move as much, and I don't want to lose any speed. ATS, though? 4 ATS? For 0 magic evasion? Yeah, we're doing it. 1 for Nadia, and 1 for you. Elaine doesn't need that.
I hope you found everything to your liking.
I think I did. Albert and Lyle. Oh, you guys. The price is reasonable enough, and I don't dislike the design. But doesn't it seem a bit on the sleazy side? I get what you're trying to say, but that's just how these trends work. Besides, man, it looks styling on you. What more could you ask for? Don't forget, we've got school festival prep to get to after this. So quit wasting time and pick something already. How did we end up in here anyway? Whatever happened to Julian? He said he wanted to head over to the gun shop at the department store in front of the station. But who cares about him? This downtime is our chance to nab some snazzy threads that'll reel in the chicks. I don't know if Albert cares about that. So this is the apparel store everyone's raving about. Ugh. Why's it gotta be so ritzy? I can't take it. We don't have anything like this out in the country. But I'm here in the city now, so whether I like it or not, I have to change. And then I'm gonna ask that girl out. Damn. Go for it, Jimmy. Stardust? Uh-oh, that's the other movie theater. Which tourist is stalking? Doesn't matter. My word. So that's the famous Trion Tower. I still don't know. It's even more impressive than the Great Spire. Time to put that new camera we picked up to use. We'll need some pictures to remember this day by. Okay, well, one of you was talking. The wait is over, everyone. Welcome to Trion Tower Mall. Now, if I could have you crane your necks back and direct your attention to the building just ahead. You really would have to crane. What you're seeing is one of Edith's most iconic landmarks, Trion Tower.
Good news, everyone. Mishy has finally made his way to Calvard.
Screw it. We're going in. Looks like business is booming. This is one of the Vern Company's retail locations. No wonder, you can't go anywhere without hearing that name. Naturally, they sell a variety of ornaments for home use, but in recent times, they've focused their efforts on bringing Zyphas to general consumers. The all-in-one communication devices found here offer the same specifications with none of the combat functionality. You can even give them an in-store test run before making a purchase. Zyphas, huh? Nadia and I use them ourselves. It's impressive how far they've come without the Epstein Foundation's involvement. Feels like they're leaps and bounds ahead on the old Vern versus Reinford rivalry now. It's kind of bittersweet though. Call me old school, but I've gotten pretty attached to the Enigma and Arcus units. Oh, the princess? Is that Toa? Oh, those people there. Hey, is that who I think it is? Let's go up and get a closer look. Good idea. We may as well stop by and say, that's Toa, right? The stairwell should be just behind that door. No, it can't be. What would Toa be doing here? I don't know. I mean, if she was going to hang out with anyone, it would be Professor Hamilton. I saw Mishy in front of the Vern store a while ago. He was introducing the T-phone. He kept talking about how just owning one will make you popular. I think he also said something about it being a high-tech communication device. I guess it looks cool, but if I can't use it to play games, I'm not really interested. That's how I feel. I know you? The T-phone's been around since the beginning of the year, but there's still a good amount of buzz around it. Honestly, it sounds really interesting. I'm sure just owning one makes you feel like you're on the cutting edge of progress. But I have a feeling the T-phone might be a little too advanced for me. I mean, I still have trouble getting my washing machine to work. Is she from Basel? I recognize the name.
Are those security robots? They don't look like the ones I'm used to seeing.
Those are Robovacs. As I recall, they're newly manufactured by the Vern Company. I hear they're testing them out here at Trion Mall.
This should be a household staple. I could make these things do all the cleaning for me.
It is their job. Okay. Wait. I was the only one on the bottom floor? Welcome. I'm currently providing a look at our newest product, the T-phone. Please let me know if you have any questions about its functions. I can also answer any questions you may have regarding our payment plans. If you're unclear about anything, please don't hesitate to ask.
Okay.
No. Welcome. This is our customer service and Zypha adjustment counter. Actually, do I know you from somewhere? We're the substitute spriggans filling in for Van while he's away. He gave us a few notes about people in the city, so we might know a thing or two about you already. You've met her. And we might have bumped into each other in Cray Village. We lived there for a while. About 2 years ago. They lived there? Oh, that's right. I guess we must have seen each other then. But I was always so busy trying to get Boss Godard to approve of my work back then, I hardly had time for anything else. Still, he always made sure to cheer me on, and so did Mom and Dad. Sorry, I shouldn't have made everything so gloomy. No, it's all right. We understand. So they've been to Cray Village. It's been a while now since the explosion. What a horrible tragedy. I asked Sylvia if she had any work connections, but I never thought I'd end up in a place like this. I need to make sure I work hard while I'm here, and not only to polish my skills, but to repay her for the favor.
What'll you have?
Buy it. Buy it. And crit 7? And evasion 7? Okay.
Come again.
Thank you, Kaina. It's just an upgrade. Okay. I don't know how an iron wrench is the upgrade, the downgraded version of a silver headphones. You think it'd be like silver wrench and then gold wrench or something? I guess it's just iron into silver. Iskok? I don't know how to say your name. Welcome. If you need any help looking for anything in particular, please let me know. By the way, are you familiar with our newly released T-Phone? It's a mobile device that can make calls, browse the orbital net, and much more. The T-Phone makes everyone's lives more convenient. Why not take a look?
Welcome! Thank you for coming!
Oh, you have the same menu.
Please
Okay,
stop by again!
I'm good. My company provided us with T-Phones recently. Honestly, the tech really surprised me. I mean, it makes everything so convenient. It really makes you realize how far we've come as a society. That's why I decided I'm gonna buy my own personal T-Phone. Although I guess that means my dream of having an expensive car will have to wait. Alright, we're gonna wait on that and check the rest of this out first. Oh, wait.
It's a cutting-edge piece of global technology that's lighting Calvard on fire.
I'm really curious if that's Toa. She was just far enough away that I can't be sure. Well, here I am, staring through Quincy Parlor windows once again. Everything looks as delicious as ever. I'll never forget the first time I took a bite of their delectable tarts. No, I must suppress these frivolous thoughts. If I indulge myself yet again, I'll be a mireless maiden by first light. Oh, is this main story too? Is the Quincy Company store. They're one of the biggest confectioners in Zemuria. Your parents run this biz, right, Blade Lady? Oh, maybe you can get us some freebies. Read the room, Nadia. From what I remember, their president was arrested last year. Unfortunately, my involvement in the business ended when I took off from home. I'm afraid that means family benefits are out of the question. Aw, man. I can certainly give you my recommendations, though. Why don't we browse around? Huh. Didn't realize she made such a clean break from them. That face. I feared the worst after the debacle with Father, but things seem to be recovering for the most part. That's one worry off my mind. Oh, yep. There it is. Why, if it isn't Miss Elaine Claire, thank you very much for gracing us with your presence today. There's no need to fuss over me. My family no longer owns the business after all. Perhaps so, but it's because of their efforts that the Quincy Company's founders, that we're here today. What's more, I, like many of us, feel a great deal of respect for the way you righted the wrongs of our former president. Is that so? Headquarters has been restructured since then, and those of us working in the storefronts are making every effort to start fresh. So rest easy. We only ask that you watch over us in whatever way you're able. Of course, I may not be able to do so openly, but you have my full support. Now she can finally let out that breath she's been holding since we got in here. Yeah, I'm happy for her. Last year's plummeting sales dealt a heavy blow to the Quincy Company storefronts, but things seem to have stabilized a bit since the start of January. Most likely, our corporate brand's long history of achievements was enough to preserve its integrity. It fills me with renewed pride in the work I do for this storied and prestigious company.
Hello there! Thank you.
There we go.
Delicious!
20 CP? Okay. Oh. Random Maxim and a reporter. Moving on, with another competition just around the corner, where do you draw your inspiration? That's a great question. These days, my driving is fueled by love and gratitude. For my car, for my team, for those out there in the stands, and for a few special others who are near and dear to me. I plan on carrying that on in the next race and showcasing my passion for this sport to the world. I see. As a matter of fact, many have been remarking on how your recent performances are stronger than ever before. This spirit of love and gratitude must be having a real tangible effect on you. You may be right about that. It could be because I've revised my training methods from the ground up. I've also begun doing research on how to push the pedal to the metal even further. Is that so? Would you mind going into more detail? From what little Van has told me, I think I can guess who those near and dear ones are. Wait, you were with them? What? Someone to keep my eye on, I suppose.
All right, let's move.
Top-level racing isn't something you can achieve through willpower alone. It's my belief that preparation is key. That way you can be at your best no matter what the road has in store for you. More sage wisdom from Maxim Lugan. Is that the secret behind your climb to the championship title? No, it's money. Money for a better engine. The tea is simply divine, and the cakes have been baked to perfection. I expected no less of Quincy Parlor. Truly, this is a store fit for a queen, and for an elegant lady such as myself. Anyhow, I ought to finish this tea post-haste. If I continue to prattle on like this, the tea will go cold. Wait a minute. Oh. This is a way too small of a hallway for any place's bathroom. Especially a place this fancy. Like, why would the hallway be that small?
Oh, look! It's Mishy!
Don't be fooled.
Oh. Another wonderful, bustling morning at the Trion Mall. My mood picks up every time I visit. It's as if there's always something new to discover. Today, I'm here to find a little treat for my former caregiver-turned-friend, Lalua. Oh, yeah! I knew she seemed somehow familiar. Something sweet should help her perk her up after all the singing and dancing she's been doing lately.
Let's move.
She's the one who asked us to do the request for her. Or to find Lalua when she was kidnapped or missing. Oh, what am I supposed to do now? My mirror is as good as gone at this point. Get a hold of yourself, Ned. There's no time to call it quits. Maybe I could try out that thing people keep whispering about. This guy's really monologuing, huh? Can't say I'm not curious, but let's just leave him to it. Try that thing people have been whispering about?
Welcome
The
to
Liberal Boutique. They deal in specialty goods and souvenirs from the Liberal Kingdom.
I've never been to a place like this before. Whoa!
Ooh.
Is that a model of the original Arce?
Wowee! That's a lot of acerbic tomatoes!
Wait, where? Where are the tomatoes? Oh, there they are. Damn. Oh, whoa. She has unique hair. I don't think we've seen anyone with that hair. There's like 5 NPCs in the game, so when someone has something different, I'm like, wait, what? Oh, welcome. Our store offers some of the finest goods produced in the Liberal Kingdom. Might I suggest trying the frozen dinners? They're from a high-class restaurant in Bose called Antarose. I don't think I've ever tried to say that before. Or perhaps an acerbic tomato would be more to your liking. We also have a figurine of the ZCF airship. It's too much. I'm getting serious choice paralysis here. Actually, have you got any non-packaged Liberal food? I'd be super interested in that. Trying a recipe that's been passed down from generation to generation would give me a taste of what Liberals really like. Nadia, this is a boutique, not a restaurant. Actually, we've been thinking about opening an in-store eatery. Our plan is to hire someone who can prepare and serve some fresh Liberal cuisine. Oh, really? That sounds nice. We'd very much like it if you visited us again once we began that service. Wow, and here I was thinking I'd throw you off your game by pointing out a missed opportunity. The very reason we opened this boutique was to share the charms of the liberal kingdom with the world. We will spare no expense, nor make any compromises to see that end accomplished. Now, why don't you have a look around? I'm sure we have something that'll pique your interest.
I'm quite proud of what we have to offer.
Good news, everyone. Mission is finally made.
That's expensive. Uh-oh. Gift for Van? Oh no. Van's not the main character anymore. To-do list. Oh, wrong thing. EP plus 50. This is good. I'm out of money though. Okay, we're not out of money anymore.
We'll be looking forward to your next...
Shit. Probably you. Yeah. I mean, it's only one ATS up, but EP up as well.
visit.
Okay, we're done in here.
Welcome to the Trion Mall. Here you'll find Trion Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks. You'll also find the Vern store, a movie theater, boutiques, and other various shops to peruse.
Okay, up here.
Visit the new Liberal Boutique, which just opened this year, to sample a range of imported goods from the Liberal Kingdom.
Melanie, you seem like the lady who runs around making deals, right? Maybe I'll sit in on a movie today. The poster design might make a good reference point, too. Oh, that probably sounds weird without context, huh? I'm a freelance advertising designer. No, not the same person I was thinking of. She has the same outfit and gloves as the lady who goes around offering or making deals for her farm, her family farm or something. Just recently, one of my clients told me my concepts were outdated and lacked personality. So I figured come into the mall and seeing what's popular might spark some inspiration for my work. Here's hoping something points me in the right direction. Okay. Oh no. Wait, you're just Berzelia. We're only here because the theater in Tyrell is closed. Oh, never mind. This is the little girl who's always like, my mom's in the bathroom. Still, look how cool and fancy this place is. Doesn't have the same old-timiness as Esprit, but I wouldn't mind switching between them once in a while. Some of the movie Stardust shows are different too, and maybe we can visit whenever there's one I want to see. If we ever get to leave anyway. My mom's been in the bathroom forever, same as always. Typical. Oh no, 3-point heat? This is... Is that Nina? What is going on with that one? Oh, and there's Adventures of Rockford, Golden Calamity. What?
Why not buy a souvenir to remember your visit?
Is that Shahina? Did they break into movies? Wait, hold on. Is Shahina on the list? No, we can't see her right now. Damn. That sure looks like her. Huh.
Thank you for your visit today.
I loved Golden Blood so much that I came back to see it over and over again. Eventually, the routine set in, and now I just come in to this multiplex out of pure habit. Right now, there are 2 new movies that pique my curiosity. One starring Judith Lanster and the other Nina Fenley. Go figure. Which should I start with, though? Choices.
Merchandise for the movie on sale at the
You have so many options.
Why not buy a souvenir?
That's not new hair. But it's not very common hair either. 3-point heat was incredible. And so are you, Shion. You're practically a walking movie encyclopedia. Actually, this is my first time watching it too. Thanks for inviting me, by the way. Not at all. We're fellow first years striving to live up to the school festival. It's vital that we get to know each other. Next time we should ask Odette and Agnes to come with us. Sure thing. You'll be screening your own student film for the festival, right, Shion? I can hardly wait to see it. Thanks, I'll do everything I can to make it a hit. Good luck with the bazaar you're planning too.
Why not buy a souvenir to remember your visit?
Alright. Welcome. Stardust Cinema. We operate as a cinema complex. In other words, we're a type of movie theater. We have a variety of screens and movies available for viewing. Whether it's a celebrity classic or one of the latest blockbusters, you'll be sure to find it here. Please, enjoy yourself.
The showing on screen
Step
one will
right up.
begin.
What's playing right now? I have two options. Alright, give me a minute. Alright, game is saved.
We have
Adventures of Rockford.
around the shop.
The trio made their way into the theater, having decided to watch a movie during their work break. The indelible Rita Rockford is an archaeologist and a skilled treasure hunter. Her next quest is to find the golden staff of Sala, a relic that caused disastrous calamities in bygone days. She travels to ruins in the far reaches of the continent, where she meets and rescues an indigenous girl, Asha. Her kidnappers are after the golden staff, and they require her blood to retrieve it. Rita and Asha band together and infiltrate the depths of the ruins to steal the staff right from under their noses. However, their efforts are thwarted by the dastardly Willard, an old family rival of her father's time. Willard is the ringleader of an illegal excavation group known as Legendary Dawn. He takes Asha hostage and tells Rita to hand over the treasure in exchange for her life. Rita readily complies, and Willard, now in possession of the treasure, loses himself in ecstasy. But then, the ruins begin to collapse and shake around him, causing the staff to slip out of his hand. Willard chases the staff as it rolls to cross the ground, and in that moment, Rita sees an opening.
I'll be taking that!
Hand over the staff. Or would you prefer I put a bullet in this poor girl's head?
No. Please. Don't do it, Rita.
It is Shahina.
Fine. Put the gun down, and I'll toss you the staff.
A wise decision. It's lighter than before. No, it's a fake!
And you call yourself my father's rival. Shame you don't have his eye for antiquities.
Huh? You're giving this to me? Really? Are you sure?
Of course. I promised I'd protect it for you, didn't I?
Oh, yeah. And a promise is a promise. Thank you so much, Rita.
Damn you, Rita Rockford! Damn you! I'll remember this until the day I die. And before that happens, I will have my revenge!
Keep dreaming. You'll never get your hands on these treasures because I'll always be there to protect them. Or my name isn't Rita Rockford.
Wow. That one seems like it might have been pretty interesting. A lot less Indiana Jones than I thought it was going to be. Wowie! The treasure hunting life sounds awesome. You get heart-pounding thrills and free gold and treasures. Figures you'd fixate on that part. What caught my eye, though, was the lead actress. Her name is Judith Lanster, though I'm sure you don't need me to tell you that. She's well known even among non-moviegoers. Knowing the two of you, I assume you've worked out the other name she goes by, yes? Whatever could you mean? I don't know anything about a cat lady who's going around disturbing the peace. It hasn't been that long since we arrived in Calvard, but I suppose we could read about it more in the paper. It's all right. I don't really feel like going into that much detail about it right now anyways. Van's office is getting livelier all the time. He'll have his work cut out for him when he gets back. Oh, right. They sell brochures. Perhaps I should buy one for Van. They aren't showing this movie outside of Edith yet, after all. Having finished their break, the three of them resumed work. So, maybe Elaine's the protagonist. Got a lot of inside dialogue from her and thoughts from her head. Also, no, both Elaine, Swin, Nadia, they all have... This is so weird. No, Van already had a connection rank in the first game, yeah. I guess that is the same. Alright, I gotta reload. I suppose I didn't even check if I could watch both, but... Teen Sports. Trio made their way into the theater, having watched the movie during the work break. Is the same. The story centers around the Green Hill High School basketball club. The team captain, Halil, hails from the Central East and loves basketball more than anyone. Despite the passionate guidance from the team's half-Eastern manager, Linfa, the school has never been known for its success in the sport. That is, until a basketball-playing prodigy by the name of Evan joins and turns the team into an unstoppable powerhouse. But what they gain in athletic prowess, they lose in team spirit. Their victories were owed to Evan, now their new captain, dominating all the plays. The team was effectively reduced to a one-man show. Evan mocks Halil, calling him the biggest piece of dead weight on the team, and removes him from the starting lineup. Then comes the final game of the season, where they face off against their toughest opponents yet. Evan is unable to break through their impregnable defenses, and the first half ends without Green Hill scoring a single point. The team's simmering frustration with Evan reach a boil point. The heated arguments and accusations ignited Evan's short fuse. He attempts to storm out in a fit of rage, only to be stopped short by their normally unflappable team manager.
That's enough! No more fighting! We're a team, aren't we?
Are we? I don't see a team. Just a bunch of chumps who can't score for shit. Listen up. If any of you get your hands on the ball, pass it to me. I'll turn this game around in no time flat.
You just don't get it, Evan. How can I get this through your thick skull? You have no idea what this sport is about.
Oh, great. You're all here. I just got done talking to the coach. Hey, Evan, do you mind if I be selfish for a sec? Put me in for the second half. Please. I'm begging you.
Damn it. They're all over me. I might be able to make a pass, but is anyone even open? Huh?
Now's not the time to be calling it quits, Evan. I might not be great at this game, but I love it more than anything in the world. So I get it. I get why you're so fired up about it. Our passion burns just as bright as yours, and it won't get snuffed out here. No way in hell!
What's with that stupid grin on his... Oh, no. That guy can't do anything right. Ah, what the hell. Go for it, Halil. Show me that you've got what it takes.
You can do it! Take it to the hole, you two!
That can't be a normal phrase in basketball. What? Oh, no follow-up resolution. He clearly did it though. Damn. Classic sports anime. Wow, that was awesome. I love me a good coming-of-age story. Basketball seems like it could be pretty fun. My alma mater, the Aramis Academy, had a basketball team too. Back then, our team was good enough to make nationals, and I hear the talent of the current roster is nothing to scoff at. And that's the school Agnes goes to, right? Didn't Van graduate from there as well? Well, he attended RMS, but in truth, he dropped out partway. Oh, do tell. Why don't you spill the tea about that and your little romantic escapades with him? I'm dying to know more. I'm choosing not to grace that with a response. Wait, but it's not a lie. You guys were legitimately dating. Okay, in this case, it's just those three getting points, so I don't think I need to reload, right? Yeah, it's not like I got Judith points for watching Judith's movie or something, so I'll just remember I have to watch Rockford later. All right. Oh, wait, I missed you. Always enjoy the little movie breaks between NPC updates.
What's on the menu?
Nothing. Sounds like Mishy's show has drawn another full crowd today. I worked security at Trion Tower, though, so sadly, watching it up close is out of the question for me. It's fine, though. Hearing the cheers and merrymaking from here is all the secondhand fun I need.
Okay.
Poor guy. Okay, is that... Oh, I forgot you. That is everything except for this little event over here and you. Phew, time to take a break. There sure are a lot of tourists around today, huh? Me, I work for a Valis affiliated startup here at the mall. The more profits we turn, the busier it gets. My company's sales have been ringing off the hook from the break of dawn to the dead of night. The salary's good, but don't get me wrong. But my body can't take much more of this. Oh, an actual bank. This is rare. Anything hiding in here? Yep. With actual bars and everything. And this window offers financial planning advice as well as assistance with processing financial securities. You can also purchase promotional merchandise from our bank for our bank here. Do let me know if I can be of service.
How can I help you?
A camel wallet.
Please come again. How can I help you? Please come again.
That is a lot of ATS. I think it might be better. Um... 10 status effects or 12 drop rate. I'll go drop rate. Then we'll give Agnes the blue pendulum. There we go. Now we're done. Hey, Mishy, over here. It blows my mind how one simple mascot could take both the Empire and Republic by storm. That's no easy feat when you think about it. All of Mishy's brand management in Calvard is handled by Valis Investment Bank. Much of his popularity here can be attributed to their financial might. That being said... What's eating at you? You two are familiar with the original Mishy, correct? Take a closer look if you would. Huh? Is this the guy? That one guy that was like selling off-brand Mishy stuff? Compare the Mishy you know to the way this one has been localized for the Calvardian market, and the way he's dancing. Obviously, the most drastic discrepancy is the head-to-body ratio. But the size of the ears and the pattern on his tail differ subtly as well. Moreover, exaggerating his paws ends up compromising any sense of unity in his design. When added together, these seemingly minute factors have a considerable impact on his overall silhouette. Granted, this Mishy does have his own charms, but I'm disinclined to call him authentic. Whoa, we got a connoisseur over here. Just let her have this one. Make a wishy and dance to the beat with Mishy, everybody. Don't worry if you've only... Oh no, this is a legit Mishy. It's the Valis Banks interpretation, but I'm assuming it's not like that guy that I was thinking of from Longport. Don't worry if you've got 2 left feet. Nobody's watching as much as you think they are. Cast that shame away and let your instincts run wild. Whoa, so some moneybags in Valis bought the rights to Mishy and tweaked him into this? Feels kind of like an off-brand second cousin of the one at Michelin. Is he even allowed to be this, whatever it is this is? It sparked some controversy between fans, but this iteration of Mishy seems to be popular despite it all. Let your instincts run wild. Sob, oh, my sweet, beloved Mishy, what have they done to you? That tall, gangly frame, those slick dance moves, the odd scathing quips. That thing isn't the same Mishy who stole my heart and crossbow. And yet here I am, crawling back to see his shows anyway. The tragic tale of a pathetic Michelamite. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm sorry. Okay, let's do story now. Nowhere new to look for at all. Ah, shit. Don't tell me there's more NPCs up here. No? No, it doesn't seem like it. Okay. That can't be Toa.
Thank you again for putting this detailed analysis together. I'll make sure to pass it along to Professor Schmidt.
She grew her hair out. Wow.
And thank you too, Your Highness. We greatly value your input as one of our sponsors.
You're quite welcome. Please give the professor my regards.
I have a feeling my father and brother will be just as pleased with the results.
It is her!
Didn't expect to run into you here.
Swin, Nadia, it's been too long.
Miss Herschel, Professor Hamilton, a pleasure to see you again.
Ah, Elaine. Good day to you.
That's LaToya Hamilton, one of Epstein's 3 disciples.
So, wait, you already know each other?
She looks a little bit older.
Elaine and I have known each other for some time now. We met when I was on assignment for NGO work.
That's right. Her assistance at the time was invaluable. I don't believe I've met your other companion, though.
How do you do, Miss Eau Claire? And hello to your friends as well.
Dita.
I am Jita Osval, daughter of Grand Prince Salman of Elsheim. What a blessing it is to meet so many new people today.
The Princess of Elsheim?
You must be Crown Prince Sharid's younger sister. I recall seeing you at the racetrack the other day. It's an honor to formally make your acquaintance.
Oh, so you were there as well? I've heard many a story about Beauty's Blade, but it's nice to finally put a face to the name. My brother has much to thank you bracers for.
It's really no trouble at all. The Guild appreciates his generous support.
Oh, wow! A real-life princess! What a cutie patootie!
Do me a favor and behave for once.
Oh, that's all we get. Swin and Nadia, was it? It's clear that you're friends of Toa's. But you don't quite seem to be bracers. And they aren't. I've temporarily enlisted their help with a request is all. That's right, we just started a new gig in Edith as acting spriggans. From missing cats to apocalyptic threats, S over here can handle anything. Thanks for overselling it, and don't act like all the work goes to me. Now I understand. You're Arkride Solutions' interim replacements. I must say, the two of you make quite a distinctive pair. My brother has told me all about Arkride Solutions, and you're filling in for them. How wonderful. Imagine that, and I'm a little surprised to see you two in that line of work. It fell into our laps, more or less. You think you're surprised? What are you doing all the way from Erebonia, Toa? Let me guess, is this the old NGO grind? Yeah, it's one I got to help out with after graduating Thor's, the International Cooperative Organization. What? The ICO? Is she in a different organization now, then? Things are beginning to pick up with them again, and I have some other business to take care of in Calvard anyway, so I made the right choice to relocate here at the start of the year. Ooh, that checks out. The ICO, huh? It feels like they keep ramping up their visibility more each year. Yes, their group addresses all sorts of international challenges the local governments can't handle on their own. And there's been an increasing trend of those kinds of issues throughout the country recently. Even here in the capital, Miss Herschel has been hard at work in the fields of expertise that I can count on. It's difficult to believe that her real job is teaching in an imperial military academy. Yep, she's one busy bee, all right. Oh, stop it. I don't do much at all, really. But enough about that. Back to this acting spriggan business. How riveting. It has the air of something out of a movie or novel. I don't mean to impose, but would you mind telling me about the case you're currently working on? Neither of us will have a problem with that. But it's up to our client to decide how hush-hush we have to be. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to share a few details. So, Edith's been having orbital network problems. Jesus. My brother told me about everything that happened in Basel last year as well. Things aren't bad enough to be an actual problem yet, but it's sketchy all the same. Would you happen to have any insight, Professor? As a matter of fact, I've received a brief report about this courtesy of the Verne Company. Unfortunately, there isn't much I can add at this stage. But at the very least, I have confidence that you're on the right track. Nice, we got the prof's stamp of approval. Even the smallest crack can eventually grow into a chasm. Our lack of foresight with those nuclear devices last year led to tragedy, and what we're seeing now may be the early signs of something similar. All this to say, I appreciate you investigating the matter. Of course, if there's even a hint of a malicious agenda behind this, we'll root it out and nip it at the bud. Spoken like a true bracer. Maybe my hearing's going, but that didn't sound like a royal we to me. I'm sure Elaine could manage, but we'll be counting on you two to help her get to the bottom of this. With that, I could offer more than well wishes. Still, I look forward to hearing the tales of your exploits. And if there's anything at all we can do to help, don't hesitate to let us know. Thank you, Professor. We'll just excuse ourselves then. See you later. Whew. Even I must admit that these orbital network disruptions are a point of concern. Nevertheless, I am certain you substitute spriggans will manage to uncover another angle of approach. Best of luck. Your investigation in the matter is much appreciated.
So sleepy.
You three do your best out there, okay? I'm here to help too, so don't be afraid to reach out. I think there's only been one game where Toa hasn't been around. It was Daybreak 1. I think she's been in literally every game after Sky. These orbital network issues have an unmistakable stench of foul play about them. But while your investigation has me most curious, prying into things will only make me a hindrance. So instead, I shall wait with bated breath to hear the tales of your exploits. I was really hoping they were going to voice some more. I don't have enough breath? It's okay. It's okay. There can't be that much more reading in this chapter, right?
Okay. I think we've hit up all the spots worth visiting.
Then I suggest we head for the tower.
We are going. Are you done sightseeing around the tower? Yeah? Yeah, we've had our fill. So, now that we've taken a turn around Trion Mall, what are your thoughts? It's got a good vibe for people our age, and there are plenty of family-friendly spots, too. Plus, it'd make a halfway decent date spot. I give it 4 stars. I wasn't asking for a review. Did you already forget why we're here? I have. It's been 2 episodes. Why are we here? Who, me? No way. My clue radar just never went off, that's all. I kept an eye out myself, but I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary either. What about you, Swin? Same as you two. Nothing special. I see. That just leaves the tower itself then. As much as I'd like to be all woohoo, let's go. This is the part where we have to start taking things seriously, huh? The observation deck is open to the general public, but any orbital network facilities will be located elsewhere. I should be able to get us permission to investigate on that front, but we may want to see what the staff can tell us first. Makes sense to me. Break a leg, Blade Lady. We'll be waiting right here for you. You aren't coming. Talking things out will probably go a lot smoother without us. Trust me, we'd only get in your way. Well, alright. Make yourselves comfortable then. You'll go speak with the relevant employees and circle back. Alone at last. You know what that means as a time for a dating montage. Let's take a rain check on that. There's something else I'm curious about. The Robovac? Oh, are you going to use that? Hey there. There you are. Welcome back. You're by yourself. Where's Swin? I sent him on a little errand, but he should be back real soon. Oh, speak of the devil. Hey, S. That was quick. Find anything out? Unfortunately not. I spoke with security, but no one saw any suspicious persons enter or leave the building. The communications facilities and equipment aren't much different. Nothing unusual has been reported at all during their periodic inspections. So we're fresh out of leads. On the surface, yes. But that may change if we can examine the main control system directly. That's why I took the liberty of getting us clearance. This is your area of expertise, right, Nadia? You really do your homework, huh? But you know, there is one other thing we can try. There is. You all done, Nadia? Just about. The comparison results should be popping up any second now. Results for what exactly? Operation Robovac Trackdown. I beg your pardon. Our perpetrator is among them. They are? Probably. I think you've just tried her patience enough. Just give it to her straight already. Fine. First, let me redirect your attention to one of the many mecha janitors roaming around us. At the risk of repeating myself, those automated cleaning machines operate exclusively in the 3rd District. They were brought in on a trial basis by Valis Investment Bank, one of the Trion Tower's biggest sponsors. Right, but we reached out to Toa, who got in touch with Professor Hamilton, and she gave us the Robovac spec sheets, plus the source code for their main systems. It just goes to show, connections are everything. I'm surprised Professor Hamilton would authorize that. Turns out, her offering to help wasn't just to be polite. Yeah, sweet old ladies like her are the best. So now we just gotta use that data to analyze the Robovac's behavioral routines, adjust for the area's cartographic info with the active unit count and time frame, and presto, a complete map of every Robovac's pathing route. I didn't realize that was possible. Well, only because we had all the other parameters first. Besides, these calculations tell us where they're supposed to go, not where they actually went. That's where S came in clutch. I went around attaching transmitters to any Robovacs that were nearby. Obviously, there's no way I could get every single one. But, lucky for us, they can detect and coordinate with any friends of theirs nearby. So as long as enough units are being tracked, we can get a beat on pretty much all of them. Now, if we take the expected routes from earlier and cross-reference them with the ones in the record, what do you look at that? Some of them don't line up. Meaning they were hacked. Bingo. There are security checks for people going in and out of Trion Tower. But they'd have no reason to suspect a cleaning machine they themselves are using. That makes the Robovacs a safe and reliable means of getting close to the tower's control systems. As for why nothing turned up in their inspections, the virus used to infect the network is probably self-destructing. In other words, after it does its thing, it removes any trace that it was ever there. Then, after the inspections are over, the perpetrator hacks a different robot and the cycle starts all over. That way, they can exploit part of Trion Tower's control system to commit their cybercrimes with no one the wiser. The pieces do seem to align. I have to say, I'm impressed that you were able to put all this together, Nadia. Though Swin deserves some credit as well for noticing something was off with the Robovacs in the first place. You could tell it was me, and you call us impressive. Yeah, you're pretty quick on the uptake. They wouldn't have made me an A rank otherwise. Would you mind walking me through your thought process? Skip. Well, if you really want to know, what tipped me off was the strange way of the Robovacs were behaving. The routes they were taking felt less than optimal from a cleaning perspective. It was like they were trying to avoid being spotted, or keep a low profile in the case that they couldn't. As someone who's used to staying under the radar, I tend to pick up on this kind of thing. So I see. Incidentally, have you two ever given any thought to becoming bracers? Is that an invitation? It is. The guild is always short-staffed. Our branch in Edith is especially in need now that fees return to Erebonia. Damn it! And you wouldn't be the first people with a complicated past to register with us. It's surprisingly common, in fact. Well, as tempting as that offer sounds. No way, Jose. The guild burns their members out like a box of matches. Don't get me started on your working hours. I need to save all that room in my planner for back-to-back siestas. Yep, a lazy life of leisure is the only one for me. And there's your answer. Well, no shame in trying. Oh, I spy something on the move. Another Robovac straight off its expected route. Can you say hacked? It just went into the tower through the back door, probably to launch another viral attack. Then we'd better launch an attack of our own. Right, catching up to it should give us a clue who's responsible. It's headed through the observation deck. Onward and upward. I can't believe none of that was voiced. Here's the observation deck. Too bad we can't just kick our feet up. The Robovac should be past this door here. Looks like it went to the control room at the top of the stairs. Let's move in then. I've already received permission from security. Right. Alright, give me a minute. Alright.
Wrong way.
Aw, damn it. I can't even look around at all? Oh, hey. I took like I think it was probably a 30-minute break. I just vegged out and let myself catch my breath again. Hello everyone, and welcome to Trion Tower's observation deck. Here you can use our telescopes to view Edith in all its splendor, free of cost. Well, not right now, apparently. We'll be back, though. I see that shop. Over there. I think it noticed us. We're blocking the only exit. There's nowhere to run. Shoot. It's gonna ram itself into the servers and corrupt the data. Not on my watch. That's not how that normally works, but... You slashed out its legs faster than I could say holy moly. I barely even had time to blink. Less gawking, more investigating. The culprit is bound to have realized what happened by now. Got it. Compile Torizo OS. I got a huge backlog of... Wait, I'm going to read this. Backlog of orders for delivery. This company gives a prompt, quickly reply to queries. They give good service to the store. Information about the service. Okay. What the? I think we're out of luck. What? How? The hacking program's already started the auto-deletion process, and without better hardware, I won't have time to trace the signal back to the perp. At this rate, every last bit of data is going to get wiped. I was afraid of that. This sucks. Everything past this point is out of my depth. If Ren were here, she'd know what to do. We could send for more personnel and better equipment, but it'd be too late. Too little too late. We finally found a lead, and it's slipping right through our fingers.
It appears you're in something of a fix.
No, just a one line. Professor Hamilton, what are all of you doing here? It was Her Highness's suggestion, actually. You see, I was simply beside myself with curiosity after learning what you were up to. Your call earlier suggested that you'd found some sort of clue in how those cleaning robots are acting. And since the network outages you're investigating are taking place all throughout the city, it stood to reason that you would head to the control room of this tower, where Edith's orbital traffic comes through. You act like it's no big deal, but that's some top-tier sleuthing there. In any event, it would seem we made the right choice in coming. Nadia, why don't you try hacking in from your end? Huh? But It'll be fine, dear. Go right ahead. What do I do now? It'll be tough going if you jump in unprepared, so allow me to lend you this. Oh, it's a Fio! Oh, how adorable. What a peculiar shape. Where have I seen it before? While this avatar is borrowed, it contains hacking tools made specifically for orbital networking environments. This is not how hacking works. You don't play a mini-game when you hack. It should be more than manageable for someone of your ability. I wish you did. That would make it so much more interesting. I've looked into hacking a lot, and it's nothing. It's not cool at all. It's just basic stuff. Oh, color me impressed. Okay, here goes nothing. I don't mean it's like actually easy, but it's just typing. It's not this. God, if I could have like an avatar. Oh, wait. That's a trap. Thank God you've already prepped this for me.
Analyzing code. Security clear. Expanding search field.
Don't turn. It's turning.
Expanding search field. Code analysis. Security clear. Mission
Checkpoint.
accomplished.
Wait, what? Whoa, there must have been multiple routes. Oh. Okay. Got him. Mission accomplished. You managed to trace the signal back? All in a day's work for yours truly. Though I couldn't have done it without that cute little Avi and its tools. Thanks a bundle, Prof. I'm just glad it worked out in the end. So now you know where the culprit is, right? Yep, there are several layers of dummy data to throw me off, but I made it through eventually. The coordinates of whoever's been hacking the Robovacs and whoever's been messing with Edith's orbital networking are right here. Oh, I thought you meant in the building. Where is here exactly? It appears to be just shy of the city's unofficial 13th district, otherwise known as the Blacklight District. Okay. Thinking back, it reminds me of something Jin mentioned. Supposedly, there's a desolate corner of the district where the air is so stagnant that even its residents rarely step foot inside. They call it the Condemned Sector. Yeah, that's fishy with a capital F. I mean, what better place to hole up if you're looking to get some evil-doing done? We'll just have to go down there and see what we find. I'm afraid the rest of us won't be of much help from here on. But I have faith that the three of you will be able to handle things just fine. Take care, everyone. Be safe, okay? We will. Thank you again for your assistance. See you around, Toa. If you're staying in Edith, it's only a matter of time before we run into each other again. Sorry to interrupt you, but would you mind if I accompanied you to the Condemned Sector? I don't think that's a good idea. But Sharid has told me much of the first-hand experience is with Arkride Solutions' escapades. If you're substituting for them, it only follows that I should take the place of my brother. Well, he doesn't really follow us either, though. Would that not be the natural course of things? That's a pretty big stretch. Not to mention, when I see the two of you interact, it feels as if I'm among old friends. What I mean to say is, you're the spitting image of the protagonist in my favorite book series. Oh, she has to come now. Your favorite book series? Yes, it follows a young assassin and the girl he calls his partner in their quest to defy fate. I highly recommend it. While I understand how you feel, Your Highness, I'm afraid I can't allow this. The Blacklight District is lawless as is, to say nothing of this condemned sector. We have no way of predicting what dangers might be lying in wait down there. I thought as much. It's disappointing to be certain, but I won't protest any further. So the princess is just me, obsessed with the 3 and 9 characters. Even if I had a bodyguard, there's no denying that I would only get in your way. Would that I could have just borrowed Najee from my brother beforehand. Then it'd be a different story. Anyway, just leave it to us for now. We'll tell you all about our daring do next time we meet up, okay? I'll be waiting with bated breath. May Adosha's protection be with you. That book, at the very end, do they not say Swin and Nadia? Like, they legitimately, in the epilogue of 3 and 9, or the final chapter, one of the two, they actually say their name. So, wouldn't people know immediately? I don't know. Hey, just popping in with an update. Further analysis revealed a new floor. Check it out when you get the chance. Okay. 3rd floor. I mean...
What a view.
Look at all those teeny tiny people down there. They're like ants beneath our feet.
How do you see any of them?
And the award for least intimidating villain laugh goes to...
That was...
Look at all those teeny tiny people down there. They're like ants beneath our feet.
It was kinda Yuffie-ish. A little bit. I'm a little sad that I wasn't able to see you in action, but I'll be alright so long as you tell me all about it after you complete your investigations. It's clear that the culprit is adequate at hacking. I hope the three of you will stay safe out there. Good luck. The condemned sector sounds real dangerous. I'm sure you'll be okay as long as Elaine's with you, but do try to be careful. Will do. Oh, hey. Please enjoy the view of our beautiful capital, and why not do so with a snack or drink in hand? That's the spiel we have to give to all our customers, but honestly, being so high up really freaks me out. I wish I could enjoy the view like everyone else, but it's just so scary.
Hi there. Want to try something? Come again.
You don't even have anything new. Why must the lights outside glitter so brightly? No, cast your mind elsewhere, Julieta. You must keep that longing for freedom buried deep within. This tower has neither entrances nor exits, but that doesn't deter my prince from showing up below my window. That alone fills me with such joy. I let down my long locks and lift him up to me. My prince, please, come hither. I don't think this is that kind of tower. And the last I checked, there was an entrance and exit. Quit being such a wet blanket and let the girl pretend. Anyway, she's really getting into the role, huh? She might be better at acting than you, S. Shut it. The view from here is so lovely, it's almost cruel. It's beckoning me to set foot outside the tower. No, I must resist. If I wait a little longer, my prince will surely come to take me away. Must not give in to despair, now hurry to my side, beloved prince. Is Rapunzel in this world? Is that a book in this world? It must be. It never ends. We have a quest? This is never ending. Someone approached me at the Trion Mall a few weeks ago and asked if I was interested in buying a super cheap T-phone. I said yes, and of course. But then I found out it was a scam. Please tell me what you can about this. I'll be waiting at the bulletin board. Okay. Oh. Wow. Did you just post this? You, Ned? We saw your 4 SPG. You must be the spriggan I've been hearing about. That's right, although we're actually just filling in for the real one for a bit. Huh. I'll be honest, I was expecting someone a little more shady looking. I'm glad you're not, though. Are you not looking at Nadia? But you. Have I seen you somewhere before, miss? Don't mind me. I'm not actually a spriggan. I just lend them a hand every now and then. Anyway, would you mind explaining your request in more detail? Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, let me explain. I guess, to put it simply, I was swindled out of Mira. Some guy came up to me saying they had cheap T-phones for sale with just a few stipulations. T-phones, those are the consumer-grade versions of Zyphas that act as mobile terminals, right? Didn't they start selling them this year? That's right. They've been all the rage since they went on sale. It's supposed to be a top-of-the-line gadget. Up until now, mobile terminals have only been available to people like government officials or people in the guild or the military. But now, even your average Joe can get one. It's like we've stepped into a whole new era. A T-phone is like a status symbol. If you manage to bag one, the whole world will know how classy you are. You sure are passionate about them. Guys get psyched up about the weirdest things. Well, anyway, that's why I was so excited to head to the Vern store to pick one up. But a single T-phone is pretty expensive. They're like 20,000 Mira. That's way out of my price range, so I was starting to feel pretty bummed. Then when I left the store, these two guys approached me. They showed me flyers for cheap T-phones and said they could hook me up with one for 5,000 with only a few stipulations. When I asked if they could tell me more, they took me to a nearby cafe to talk. So someone came along at just the right time and talked you into what you thought was a good deal. But what were these stipulations you mentioned? Well, first thing they said was that even though these cheaper T-phones were official products, they got them from a problematic source. They were supposed to be distributed to the members of some institution, but these guys ended up getting them on the down low. On the down low. So what you're saying is they were sold illegally. Sounds like they were a deep-seated issue, if that's the case. Yeah. But despite that, they told me not to worry because it was all a gray area. But if it did happen to get out to the police or the guild, they would have to stop selling them. So they told me to keep the truth between us. They also told me that if it happened to break on me, I couldn't take it to an official dealer. Those were the two main stipulations they had. They wanted me to sign a contract and everything. I see. If there really was a gray area, you'd think they'd be a little less hush-hush about it all. It definitely sounds suspicious. I'm guessing you ended up signing anyway? Yeah, I was told they only had a limited supply and they were on a first-come, first-served basis. I panicked, you know? But the real problem is what happened next. The T-phone they sold me doesn't even work. It's a complete piece of junk. Doesn't have a camera functionality it's supposed to, and I can't even get a call to connect properly. I see, the very model of a scam. I mean, I do feel a little sorry for you, but you kind of brought this on yourself. So, what do you want us to do about these scam artists? I thought of them getting away with this while I wallow in despair is a big bruise to my ego. Whoa! The thought of them getting away with this while I wallow in despair is a big bruise to my ego. And while I do want them to get raked over the coals for this, I really just want you to get all my mirror back. I think you'd get both of your wishes if you reported this to the police, and yet you decided to put out a 4SPG instead. I know what you're trying to say. I get that it's selfish of me. Here I am wanting to get them back for swindling me, yet not willing to accept the consequences of my own mistakes. I don't see why it's such a big deal. Everybody looks out for number one in the end, right? Except for me, because I always put S first, no matter what. No, wait, though. Now that we've added a certain doll to their rankings... Oh, brother. Getting back to the matter at hand, this certainly sounds like a request that leans more to toward the edge of the law. Kind of sounds like you're putting Lapis before S, or Swin now. Really? I don't buy it. So, what would the substitute Spriggans like to do about it? I don't mind taking the job, but what to do? Do it? Alright, I understand. We'll take the case. But as far as giving them grief goes, that'll depend on their response to us. You mean it? Oh, thank you. Well, with that settled, I guess I'd better drum up what little motivation I have. So, do you still have the flyer you said they gave you? I've got the T-phone at least. Here, you'll probably need it. I wish I had the flyer, but I actually ended up throwing it away. Well, first thing to do is gather intel on these guys. Right, they don't seem to be in the area right now, so we should be able to ask around without worrying will scare them off. In that case, why don't we head over to the Fern store and see if anyone's seen a pair of scammers around. Maybe we should check in with some of the neighboring shops too, to make sure those guys aren't selling brand name knockoffs of the other products, right? Exactly, you're so smart, S. It's important that we get a good idea of how widespread their operation is first. Although it's likely they're not doing this with anything other than T-phones. If we're worried about other potential knockoffs, the Liberal Boutique seems like it'd be a likely target. After all, they're said to stock a famous wine from Liberal, the Grand Chardonnay. A single bottle can get pretty expensive depending on the year. I see. Guess we better start there then. Get started. Probably for the best we don't tell people we're investigating swindlers, though. Don't want to cause unnecessary panic. Let's just stick to asking if they know anything about cheap T-phones. All right, I'll wait around outside the mall until you guys reach out. Don't want to run the risk running into them again, you know? Sure, we'll let you know what we find.
Let's wrap
How?
this up quickly.
How do we get a hold of you? You don't have a phone. Reach out.
Welcome to the Liberal Boutique.
One sec.
Here you go. The mall has a lot of shops carrying high-end goods. We should check and see if any of them are experiencing a scam similar to the T-phones. Sorry, could we bother you for a moment? Swin and the others told the clerk about it and asked if she'd seen anything similar. Unfortunately, I don't believe I know much about cheap T-phones, and I haven't heard anything regarding scams on high-end products either. The only product of ours that would be a potential target is our Grand Chardonnay. I don't think we've had any complaints or returns, though. I doubt we have any reason to worry there. Sounds like this store isn't being targeted, then. Yeah, a swing and a miss. But for a silver lining, I guess we know that there's only one shop that's having issues. Well, now that I think about it, there has been one thing I've found concerning. Recently, I've seen a couple of men posting flyers out in front of our store. It all just seems a little suspicious. I notice them sometimes on my lunch break. Can you give us any more detail? I started seeing the two of them around the beginning of the year. I haven't seen them today, but they're here pretty much every day out from afternoon till evening. I often see the two of them discussing something while snooping around by the Vern store. They seem to be handing out their flyers to the people on their way out. I assume they've been discussing who to target before they leave the store. Huh, it's actually some really useful information. Wow, you sure are pretty observant for having caught all that. I don't think your average person would think twice about what some guys handing out flyers were up to. On top of that, you're so refined and well-spoken, but not quite as stuffy as an aristocrat. Being so detail-oriented, it almost makes you think you used to work as a maid at some place super fancy. Damn. Do you always have to do that? You're very perceptive. If you're capable of deducing all that, I assume you must be no ordinary customer then. That's right. When a mystery presents itself, I've got no choice but to solve it. It's all part of my detective saga. Who do you think you're fooling? I see it's no problem. It's not as though I'm looking to hide it from anyone. When I used to live in Liberl, I worked in a city called Bose that was famous for its commerce. Wait a minute. Is that why... While there, I was a maid for a gentlewoman who supported me quite graciously. In fact, opening up the shop was her idea in the first place. Oh, really? Sounds like the person she's referring to isn't just any noblewoman. Who? Is it the mayor? The mayor of Bose? I'm suddenly kind of remembering the name Leela, but also just played East 10, so that's really conflicting in my head. I gotta know. Holy hell, I would not... I would not have remembered her, but I immediately do. I don't remember very much, but she was the mayor's maid. Huh. Alright. Her hair, the front of her hair definitely resembles that, but she always wore something, and also tiny sprites in the Sky series, so that explains why you had unique hair then, unlike the rest of the NPCs. Now that I think about it, isn't the mayor of Bose a young woman? Well, no, probably not anymore. She was already like 10 years ago, 30 years ago. I've never been to Liberl before. Maybe I'll think about taking a trip soon. Oh yes, if you have the opportunity, please do. It would make for a lovely holiday getaway. We'd better move on to our next stop as... Right. God, I would have never realized that. And unless they literally laid it out. She lays the mysteries out very thoroughly. Very thoroughly. Oh. Wait, hold on. Topic.
Do you have a moment?
This lady seems really taken in by this stuff. I guess she's really into orbital hardware. I'll bet she knows something. Excuse me, miss. Do you mind if we ask you a few questions? Explained. Maybe she means like the ones that were on that paper, Mom. Oh, you mean the flyer that we got after we left the Vern store? These two men came up to us out of nowhere and started trying to sell us on something. You got a flyer. Is there any chance you still have it on you? No, I tore it up after copying their info down. They kept going on and on about how there was a reason they were able to get their T-phones so cheap. I thought it was a little too suspicious. I refused their offer before they could explain any further. It's too bad about the flyer, but that was probably the smart thing to do. Is there anything else you can remember about them? Now that you mention it, they did seem a bit worried about something when we left. Something about not meeting today's quota and her being upset with them? A quota and her, huh? This could be useful information. And so we have two men passing out flyers and trying to talk people into buying T-phones, and some authority figure they refer to as her. Thank you both. You've been a big help. It was no problem at all. I hope you all find what you're looking for. Let's keep asking around and see if we can learn anything else. Yeah, next stop, here we come. Nadia's very good at her job when there's a mystery afoot. This lady seems a little easier to approach than some of the other clerks. What do you mean, this lady? You got a moment. Do you mind if we ask you a few questions? Explains. Cheap T-phones. Sorry, I haven't heard anything about that. And I never really heard of any of the other employees mention it either, so I doubt they'll know anything. You have a pretty good view of the area from the shop too, but I've never seen anybody put up flyers or anything like that. You don't say. Sounds like they're being extra careful so they don't get caught. I guess that means they're not amateurs. What about T-phones that don't work? I heard anything about that? Oh, I actually have heard of that recently. That's a bit concerning. Would you care to elaborate? Well, I guess it's not really that big of a deal. For most people, their T-phone is their first mobile terminal. A lot of them can't figure out how to use them correctly or have trouble adjusting the settings. They'll come in and say it's broken. Most of the time, they just need a little walkthrough on how to use it, then they're on their way. Even if their T-phone was actually broken, we'd be able to repair it here in the store. I see. In that case, would you mind taking a look at this T-phone for us? Of course, let's have a look-see. Huh? What's going on with this thing? Did you find what's causing the problem? Well, actually, this is the first time I've ever seen anything like this. The outer frame is the same as any other T-phone, but the insides are totally different. It's not a T-phone or a Zypha at all. It's an Enigma. Ooh. Looks like it's had all its combat functions removed. All that's left are the communication functions. An Enigma. I haven't heard that name in a while. I remember them being pretty mainstream 5 or so years ago. Oh, how times have changed. Even if it does have communications functions, there's no doubt it'd be difficult for it to connect to today's orbital network. And since it doesn't have a camera functionality, it's practically nothing compared to an actual T-phone. Our client said something similar too. This T-phone was a piece of junk. With the Enigma being such an outdated model, they're probably selling for cheap on the black market. So they dressed them up to look like T-phones and then started selling them at a lower price. I don't think I quite understand what's going on, but it definitely sounds like bad news. I should probably go report this to my manager. Actually, sorry to ask this of you, but do you mind keeping this between us until we can finish investigating? We can't really give you anything in exchange, but I promise we'll report back once we've got everything straightened out. After that, you can tell anyone and everyone you want. Alright, I guess I don't mind. I am at least a little familiar with how a spriggan works. You've been really kind to Lashcard, too, and so I think I can trust you guys. We really appreciate it. Thanks for being so understanding. Just give us a bit and we'll be back with a full report, okay? Of course. I'll leave you to it then. Okay, I think we've got all the info we need. Let's go find a place to sort through the details. Aye, aye, Captain. Captain. Phew, we sure did talk to lots of people. What a productive day. Alright, why don't we go pick this up tomorrow and go catch a movie? Let's throw work to the curb and get a little guilty pleasure in for once. You sure got an interesting sense of humor. Hey, your mouth says interesting, but your eyes say I'm not amused. That's enough goofing off, I think. We should start going over everything we've learned. To start, we know that the two men who were handing out flyers have been spotted between afternoon and evening. We also know they were specifically targeting customers they saw expressing interest in T-phones. Then they would sweet-talk them into purchasing cheap T-phones, as well as signing their contract. However, the phones themselves are fake. They're really just modified enigmas. There's also that boss lady that the scammers are working under. We're probably going to have to make contact with her sooner or later. Yes, I agree, which raises the question of how we're supposed to do that. I know we have one good option, but I'm a little reluctant to go down that route. I don't think there's any getting around it, Ass. Do you two have something in mind? I'm glad you asked. I recommend we deploy Nana and S's Operation 8 number 18, ma'am, using a decoy to lure out the perp. Okay. I see. That would be a good way to probe them for answers. I don't mind doing it if we really have to. It's just, you know how rusty I am. So try to keep the premise from getting too elaborate, okay? Your request has been acknowledged. In fact, I already got a plan. Blake Lady, you'll be our backup, so you'll want to be waiting in the wings not too far away. As for you, maybe we should get some new outfits from that shop over there. I'll put together a look that'll really bring out your eyes. Considering we don't know when the targets will arrive, I don't think we have time to waste shopping. Oh, you're no fun. And should I really be letting them handle this on their own? Yeah, I mean, Van told them to take over. After that, Swin and the others found an appropriate place to wait for the two men. Then, after 10 minutes or so, I'm so happy. It's been far too long since you and I have been on a date, hasn't it? So what are you going to buy me today, darling? God, this is no time to be embarrassed, Swin. Right now you just need to focus on getting our targets to believe we're a real couple. Well, since the company my father manages is doing so well, I think a little splurging can be arranged. He increased my allowance recently, so I figured why shouldn't I buy something extra special for my honey bun? Oh, that sounds exciting. What are you thinking of getting me? It's something that's been on my mind for a while, actually. Wouldn't it be nice if we could talk to each other anytime we wanted? That's why I'm buying us both T-phones. Yay! Oh, darling, you're the sweetest. I have more than a few concerns, but they seem to be doing okay so far. Welcome. Are you shopping for T-phones today? Yes, my girlfriend and I would like to buy a pair. You think it's those two back there? Let's just have a look at the price tag here, and 20,000 mira each. That's 40,000 mira for both of us. It would use up every bit of my allowance. What? You mean you're not going to buy me a T-phone, darling? I was so excited about it, too. I should have known better than to expect you to live up to your word. Wait, I promise I'll get you one, honest. Maybe I can pay in installments, is that an option? Why, of course, sir. Installments? Like some kind of poor person? Come on, darling. I thought you were cooler than that. Huh? Now I'm really in a fix. Oh. Not those two. Hey there. Hey, there's a young couple checking out the T-phone section. What are they like? Easy pickings is putting it lightly. They wanted to buy a set of T-phones, but looks like they couldn't afford it. Want to start with them for today? Oh, and I was so excited too. You break all your promises. I don't want to go on any more dates if you're just gonna lie to me. I'm sorry, honey bunny. Please don't say things like that. I'll get some more allowance from my father the next time he's in a good mood, I swear. My, what a lovely couple you are. I think we might just have some info to share that'll pique your interest. Well, this is very sudden. Oh, what kind of info? What's this? Cheap T-phones now on sale? They're all the rage? That's right. We're offering them at a highly discounted rate to specific customers only. While one of these incredible devices would normally cost you $20,000, we can offer you the same product for a lowly 5,000 Mira. 5,000? No way. They have to be used or defective, right? Not at all. These are genuine brand new merchandise. However, there's a reason we're able to offer them so cheaply. We'd be happy to explain it to you over tea, if you'd like. What do you say? Just between us, our supply's limited and our inventory's running pretty low. I don't know if you'll get another chance like this. Oh, how lucky for us. Let's listen to what they have to say, darling. Yeah, I suppose we should. Looks like they've made contact. Keep it up, you two. Anyway, that's the long and short of it. Even though our source is a little in the gray area, it's all completely safe and above board. The only issue we've been having is trying to keep up with demand. Personally, I think it'd be a real waste to let this opportunity slide. So, you interested? We really should buy them, darling. Like you said, there's a limited supply. Having to sign a contract does make me a little nervous, though. Don't worry, it's not your average contract with all their bells and whistles. The only thing you have to do is keep this all a secret. I can't believe they're this cheap and you still won't buy them. You're such a wuss. Fine, I've made up my mind. We'll take 2 of them. Wait, actually, we'll take 4. We need them for my honey bunny's friends, too. That's 6 in total. Are you serious? Of course I'm serious. That's 30,000 Mira, and I insist on paying in cash. You really are the best, darling. I love it when you get all spend happy. This is great. That'll make our quota for today. Once we get the contract signed, let's head back and report to the boss. Soon after Swin signed the contract, they provided and received 6 T-phones. Upon saying a quick farewell, the 2 men left. Did you give them 30,000 on the spot, though? I'll go tail them. You two handle the rest, as discussed. Right, thanks, Elaine. Phew, seems like they bought it. I'm definitely out of practice. Well, I thought you were as good as you've ever been. You just need a bit more time in the field. Maybe another couple of dates will fix you up, darling. Please stop. I thought I was going to keel over in embarrassment. Anyway, let's get to inspecting these T-phones. Couldn't you wait just a little longer to switch into work mode? You're right, though. We should be sure these are the same scam T-phones that the client bought. If I remember correctly, the lady at the Vern store turned this part like this, and if the insides look like what we saw back then, we'll know these are enigmas. Looks like he was right. The client was telling the truth after all. Oh, the client, yeah. Yeah, let's find Elaine and see if we can catch those guys. Swin and Nadia left the parlor and reached out to Elaine. They let her know the T-phones were fakes, made using enigmas. Elaine explained she's still in the process of tailing them. With the plan to meet up, Swin and Nadia boarded the subway and headed to Tyrell. I see you two made it. The men are over there. They're whispering about meeting their quota and going back to report to their boss. I was sure they'd be headed back to their hideout. Yeah, and standing out in the open isn't much of a hideout. I guess that means we gotta keep following them. please don't tell me you're going to start complaining again. You still got work to do. You'll have plenty of time to rest later. You two are so pushy. They're on the move. Let's head after them. Here we go. You get too close, etc. Maintain safe distance. Dun, dun, dun.
Seek out never-before-seen treasures as the curtain unfolds on an all-new adventure. The Adventures of Rockford. Golden Calamity. In theaters now.
That found meter was going up fast. Damn. I think I see it on the mini-map, though. The found meter goes up when you enter that second circle.
3-point heat. Now playing at a theater near you.
I don't really see anywhere to hide.
Soar above the court and blaze a trail for those who follow.
Never mind. That found meter goes up. I'm just gonna let it go down.
We embarked on a journey to reclaim what was rightfully ours. The saga
Yeah.
of Ravana. Return of the King. Now playing.
No. No lost meter. Whew. There is nowhere to... Oh, there we go.
Some delicious ice cream.
And of how a young band of soldiers managed to survive.
This is less about them looking around and being paranoid and more about just managing the meter itself. Getting the right distance away at all times. It's certainly harder than the previous one. What do you mean lost? Wait, what? Oh, did Swin need to keep... Oh, no. Try again. Okay, so I don't lose... Okay. I only lose SP bonus if I hit skip. Okay, that was a bunch of nonsense. I guess Swin has to physically... Okay, I can see them. I can see them, but Swin can't. How come it's not doing it here? Swin had to go around the corner to not lose them, I guess. That's a little crazy, though. Okay, I guess I could high speed this then. It doesn't even really matter. See, like right here, it's fine. Swing can't see them. There's no lost meter going. Oh, now the lost meter's going up. I don't know how this is supposed to work. Yeah, that's so weird. Like, lost? Really? It's fine.
Seek out never-before-seen treasures as the curtain unfolds on an all-new adventure. The Adventures of Rockford. Golden Calamity. In theaters
Don't move. All right, now we're good, right?
Ah, a treasure chest. Good find.
Oh, shit. There is a treasure chest. And those doors lead to the Tyrell District Waterworks. It looks like that's where they're headed. We'll probably get into some scuffles in there. I guess I don't mind pitching in to help. All right, let's corner them before they have the chance to escape. And that's how we managed to hit today's quota early. Oh god, it's her. So, with that said, we've been working this area for several days now, right? Think maybe we could take the rest of the day off? Sure, why not? If you've already hit your quota for the day, might as well pack it in, right? But you know what'll happen if you do, don't you? What are you getting at? You're right. It's important I be more straightforward. You see, I have no shortage of others who are willing to put their nose to the grindstone for me. We're sorry, boss. We weren't thinking. I know you've run operations like this all over Zamiria. We've got nothing but respect for you. We'll keep working past our quota, so please don't replace us. Is that so? Well, if you're so passionate about it. And then I suppose you'd better get back out there then, shouldn't you? Yes, of course. We'd be glad to, ma'am. Whatever you say, ma'am. That sounds like textbook labor exploitation to me. Hey, you're that love-struck schmuck. Those love-struck schmucks from earlier. You followed us? Yep, that's us, love-struck schmucks. Now, bow before our romantic chemistry. Stop that, and would it kill you to deny the schmucks part? Bit. We're here on business from a client that you defrauded out of his mirror. What, are you a spriggan or something? I'm surprised I don't recognize your faces. And I see you brought an A-rank bracer along with you. Just what do you intend to do with us? A-rank bracer? I didn't realize it before, but that's Beauty's blade. Damn it, you were working with those two all along? Just so we're clear, I'm not actually here on bracer business. But I also can't very well ignore an infamous counterfeiter and her accomplices. I filmed your entire conversation earlier on my Zypha as evidence. We have a client that just wants his Mira back. You know, Mira you swindled him out of. What do you think, Miss Sweet Old Lady? Mind handing it over without a fuss? Every single time. Don't get uppity with me, you little brats. Is that her only line? You said that in 0? What, maybe 0? Definitely at least Azure. I don't know if she was in both of those games or not. Stalking other people and taking footage of them without their permission, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. There it is, her world-famous tongue lashing. My ears can't take it. Sheesh, you're loud, and where do you get off lecturing us anyway, you old bat? I'm guessing that means you're not going to agree to our terms then. You think you've won just because you brought an A-rank bracer along with you. I've gotten through scenarios like these more times than I can count. You really think I wouldn't be prepared for this? Come out, boys, it's feeding time. Every single time you bring out, well, I don't know about dogs. She tamed those monsters. I don't think so. Their movements is erratic compared to wild monsters. I bet she just messed with their brains. She must have embedded a device for receiving command signals or something. I remember seeing a report on a similar case in the documents we got from Van. I think it was about how Zect Arms modified monsters to use shard skills. That's right, I bought these pups from Zect Arms. They're trial-enhanced military monsters. You two get in there, teach those damn brats a lesson they won't soon forget. Right, we're on it. All she's got is 2 kids on her side. We've got monsters. Even Beauty's blade is no match for these odds. That might be true if these were actually just any kids. Hey, it's fine by me that if they don't know what they're up against, just means less effort on our end. I think at least this saves us time spent arguing. Let's take them down.
Quite a group. Keep sharp.
Just try and take me. Fine, let's play.
Every time. She'll never go away, and I love it. I love that they keep bringing this swindling old lady back.
We'll win.
Kind of thought she'd changed her ways because she didn't do anything in the last game. She just sat in the Blacklight District.
We're doing good.
Talking about how she couldn't get out or people would know who she is or something. There we go.
Silvery.
Miss? Oh my god.
You're going down.
I'll take that at least.
Shine!
Might want a boost here. One
Keep it
skill
up,
coming
Nadia.
right up.
For you! Oh, this! Here we go!
One skill coming right
That's a lot of status effects.
up. Boost gauge hands.
We can win. Guard it. Go for it, Elaine.
Not a chance.
You're going down.
Too bad!
My turn.
Only 340? Oh, damn. I thought that burn was going to do more. I didn't think they'd be so strong. I mean, it makes sense for her, but those kids are a nightmare too. Well, that wasn't much of a fight. So now we just have to decide how to deal with... come on, you nitwits. Remember what we planned, right? Right. Got it. What the... You're kidding. They're really gonna make a run for it after all that? I have heard that she's known for her speedy getaways. I guess it's true after all. Not that I intend to let her go, of course. Let's go. Move. Right. Gotcha. How come it's just us that got caught? There's no way the boss could be that fast, right? Now you better catch that woman. I suppose I don't mind taking care of some old biddy. Leave this one to me. Uh-oh. I guess those two idiots got themselves captured already. As long as there's still ground beneath my feet, there'll always be somewhere for me to run. I'll just find another region to hide in until things blow over. I know you really like talking to yourself, lady, but you might want to watch where you're going. Oh, what is this? The jig is up. Turn yourself in. Damn. Fine, how about this? I'll give your client back all his mira. In fact, I'll pay his fee for hiring you too. I'll even pay back every single mira of the 30,000 we took from you too. Well, you were gonna do that regardless. A good deal, huh? We can put this whole thing behind us. That doesn't sound too bad. But unfortunately for you, Spriggans aren't in the business of making friends with villains. Plus, I believe our client specifically asked us to give you what for. Swin, Nadia, and Elaine took Magisa and the two men they captured above ground. She was forced to pay back the 30,000 Swin had paid earlier. Then they called up their client to decide how best to deal with them, the captive counterfeiters. You guys are really something. I can't believe you even got the ringleader. It sounds like she's pretty famous for this sort of thing. Should we turn her over to the police? Hey, you fool. Hand us over to the police and you'll be found guilty too. What? That's why I offered to return your mira in exchange for letting us go. If that's too hard for you to swallow, then you can forget about ever getting a single mira back from me. What? What an attitude. You don't feel even the slightest bit regretful, do you? Refunding his mira won't be enough to absolve you of your crimes, anyhow. I refuse to overlook what you've done. Well, the original request did ask us to rake in the culprits over the coals. But given that our client's here at the moment, we should probably let him decide how to deal with them. How to deal with them, huh? Any suggestions? The guild could always turn them over to the police for you. We've been well aware of this woman's extensive criminal record for a while now. Getting her off the streets would be the most optimal solution. Plus, I'm fairly certain we could talk the police into bringing even more severe charges against her. You can do that? I mean, we'll still see her in the next game. Actually, now that I get a good look at you, aren't you Elena Claire? How does it feel to be famous, Blade Lady? The real issue comes after we turn them in. The guild is responsible for prioritizing the safety of civilians. It's our duty as bracers. Given that you were a victim of fraud, we should be able to push that angle to the police. Either way, we'll make sure they understand you weren't at fault here, Ned, and that you needn't be interrogated. How would he be at fault at all, like for the actual crime? Right? You can't get in trouble for... Can you? Get in trouble for buying... I guess it's kind of... I don't know. I don't know how those rules would even apply in real life. That being said, however, choosing to bring this to the police doesn't guarantee you'll get your money back, especially considering none of the other victims have filed for damages. Exactly, but keep in mind that this option does mean they'll be punished to the full extent of the law. I see. Though, if you're not totally sold on taking them to the police, you do have another choice. Take them to the Trion Mall's security detail. Security detail. Now that you mention it, I do remember Valis having some security guards on their payroll. Wait, does that mean their security firm is affiliated with Marduk? And that's right. Let's just say I've been doing a little research on him lately. You see, Marduk regularly collects data, new data on criminals so they can use it to improve their systems. So instead of turning them over to the police, the security team will probably just make use of them back at HQ. Make use of us? What does that mean? I've heard rumors, but I didn't think Marduk would go that far. If we go down that route, the security firm will probably compensate us for their negligence. But if you do give them over to Marduk, they'll be back on the street once they're done with them. And there's a high risk that they'll reoffend. I don't think I can personally recommend that option. Hey, we shouldn't be trying to influence his decision. So, those are my options. I guess I have a few things to think over. To be honest, I'd be satisfied with either. I'm struggling with which one to pick. Mind telling me what you think? You're asking me? Well, I think each approach has their pros and cons. Oh, look at their little portrait there. The guild. Definitely punish them for longer. I kind of think it'd be better to send them to the police through the guild. You might not be able to get your Mira back, but at least they'll face their fair share of consequences. I see. It's settled then. I'll take your advice. Considering everything we just talked about, I'm sure there are plenty of others who fell victim to these con artists. It might be better if they're arrested so that the case can actually be investigated. Well, I'd say that, but my main reason for deciding to go to the police is because I know I'll be safe from interrogation. Either way, you've made the right choice. I think. But the straight and narrow is so boring. You know this isn't the first or even second time I've been to prison, right? You'd better be ready when I get out of the slammer, because this old phoenix will rise again. And when that happens, the guild and the police will be right there to douse your fire. Let's head to the guild on Station Street. We can turn him in there. Yeah. Whew. So, Swin and the others went to Station Street, where they arrived at the Edith branch. They explained the scam involving T-phones and revealed footage Elaine captured using her Zypha. Magisa and her accomplices were then handed off to the guild to be dealt with summarily. Phew, I'm glad that's over. Thanks for going to all this trouble for me. Maybe I won't get my Mira back, but I feel loads better about the whole thing. We did nothing out of the ordinary. We only did what the guild would do. By the way, it seems they intend to seek a harsher punishment for these scammers. It's just as I said they would. I'm certain they'll work with the police to make sure none of the victims see any repercussions. Sounds like having the Blade Lady leading the charge helps smooth things over. Yeah, I really think taking the honest path worked out for the best. Of course, I owe you guys the biggest thanks of all. If I hadn't put out that 4 SPG, I doubt I'd have even considered going to the guild about it. It's no big deal. It's our job after all. Just be careful not to get swindled next time. You kinda come across as an easy mark. Right. Guess I'll try to be more careful. After seeing that off, they decided to get back to investigating the Orbital Network interference.
Reward deposited.
I definitely could have got more chaos out of that, but it's fine. I couldn't see myself not doing that. Oh, they must have already been sent off. They're not on the map. Damn. Okay, well. Trion, Centra, March.
Let's be on our way.
Let me just open the map here. No, we're good there. And we were just there. We were just there.
Zoom, zoom!
There is a chest here, but I'm going to end it for sure. Okay, yeah. Can you even hack these chests? Okay, I see. We gotta wait till Van can go do that then. All right, I'm gonna end it here. I am extremely exhausted. There's a lot of unvoiced dialogue in this one. That's for sure. I think we had like 3-4 lines of voice dialogue. As I've mentioned in the last game, at the end when I was doing my review, the one thing I don't like is the lack of voice dialogue or the choice to voice like one line in a scene, but there is a lot less of it than I thought there'd be in the second game. But we're still in the beginning, so it might pick up. But I can't record nearly as much with running out of breath constantly. So I'm going to take a little break, and in the next episode, we're going to do floor 3 that just came, and then we're going to move on with story, which will probably involve looking around the Blacklight District before going on to some dungeon there in, I forgot what they called it. Condemned sector. Okay, so I'm very curious what that's going to be. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Let me know if you like it, and I will see you in the next one.